I'm Rachel, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get these nails from an at-home nail dip kit I got from Amazon. So if you're interested, then keep on watching. This is the Azure Beauty Dip Powder Kit from Amazon. I will link it below. This one comes with 32 colors. So the nail dip kit looks like this. This kind of looks a little bit funky. I wanted to peel off the address. As sweet as my mother is, I do not want anyone stalking her. This is what it comes with. Here are the instructions. I think they're pretty easy to read. It's really this part that you need to pay attention to. These are like the instructions right here. So it comes with 32 nail dip colors. Here are the colors, and I have found that they are a little bit darker than what you can see from the powder on the outside, just because like with 2 layers it gets a little bit darker and like a thicker color. For example, like this one the other day, it's more of a deeper sage green. It's so pretty. Oh my goodness. I'll find a picture and pop it up right here. It comes with 3 steps, and actually you can order the 3 steps of the like nail applicator stuff separately if you want to. This is actually a brush cleaner right here, and you use this to kind of wipe off excess powder. I will show you all that whenever I go to do my nails. I'm not really sure what this is for. If you know, let me know, but I'm assuming that you just kind of place your nail right here to dry so you won't get anything on it while it's drying. If you hear like some kind of strange rain noise, we are going through a lot of tornadoes and stuff right now. So hopefully the power stays on. It also comes with 2 extra little brushes and 2 extra that look like this without like a lid. But if you order a different nail kit, then the steps are probably very similar. If you wanted to keep on watching for the tutorial, here we go. So before I do anything, I like to go ahead and open up the directions and just have them there to look at without having to touch them, because I don't want to mess up my nails. And I just kind of place them somewhere noticeable, and I always open up all these steps too, and just kind of leave the cap a little bit open like that as well. Whoops, and then try not to drop them. Just so I don't end up messing them up while I'm trying to open up a bunch of caps and stuff, you know. I'm opting for a gold holiday color. Very pretty and sparkly. I did a gold holiday eye look too. I'll link that if you're interested. It's using a bunch of NYX products that I've never used before because I'm not really a makeup person, but hey, we like to try new things. And I'm going to a holiday party tomorrow, so that's why I'm doing my nails anyways. I've been growing them out for a while now. These are my natural nails. They look really funky right now, but that's why I'm covering them with a sparkly gold powder. I just kind of like to keep everything handy and already opened, just so I don't have to mess my nails up while trying to open it. So first step is to use this guy, and I've already done it on this hand, but I'm just gonna do it again. Ignore this like makeup smudge. Oops. This is after a long day of, actually a short day of work, because we got off early because of the storm that's coming through right now. So hopefully the power does not go out. So with this big buffing block, I don't know, is that what it's called? Let me know. With this big old thing, I go over, and it says to really do the sides of the nails a lot, because I think that's kind of the weak spot with these nail dips. That's sort of the first area that they start cracking. I will show you what I mean by cracking. I've found that these nail dips last me about 10 or 11 days, but they do start cracking. It really just depends on how much you use your hands and how hard you are on your hands. Like this, my right hand definitely starts cracking like way before my left hand. My left hand was looking pretty darn good around day 9. That's how I remove the nail dip. I just wait for them to start cracking and then I start like eventually just peeling them all off, which is why my nails look like this. So after the holidays, I'm going to let my nails heal. I already filed my nails like this, so I would recommend doing that too, but you do it again on like step 7 right here. So after I buff the tops of my nails, I wash my hands and get all that kind of like nail residue off. So I have just finished the right hand. Don't worry, I am going to show you like step by step with tips this hand, but I just wanted to let y'all know, like before you even choose the color, that has sparkles like this, and it is pretty translucent if you don't choose a first color to put on like underneath. So what I mean is there are 2 coats that you do. So this is 2 coats of the glittery gold that I have on here. The last nails that I did on the ring finger, I had an accent nail that was a sparkly color that kind of matched the colors on the other nails. And whenever I went around the first coat, I did the color that, like the base color, the color that was all the rest of my nails, that pretty sort of mauve-y pink. I did that on all the nails first. And then whenever I went back a second time, I did like the pinky, you know, mauve again, second time around. And then I went over with the sparkly glitter. So my point is, if you want to do sparkles, I recommend doing a base layer with a similar color as your first coat on whatever nail that you want sparkles on. First, here is what I do, and these are, I'm going by the steps in the instructions too. First, I grab number 1, a dip powder base. Just put that on your nail, and this is like right after I wash my hands, after I've buffed the top of my nail, and it says to act quick. I just stick that back in there, grab my little thing and dip it on in there, and I make sure that I get all the way down to that cuticle, and then I just leave it. There's extra powder on here. We're gonna come back in the last step before we do coat number 2, and we're gonna wipe that powder off in a second. So again, step 1, the base. Make sure it's in an even layer, because then you end up with like a cakey area. And then I just dip it in there. I find that it helps to sort of tilt the little dip bucket so you can kind of lay it more flat, because sometimes you might end up pushing up that dip base and then you create like another cakey layer. The first time that I did this, my left hand ended up really wonky. If I find a picture, I'll show you the picture. I feel like I get better and better every time. The second time I did it was really good. I did that really pretty green color. It was so pretty. Okay, again, base coat. Tilt the little can or the bucket, and I try to place my finger flat. The thumb, I think, is a little bit harder because it's a really big area to cover, and I try to use a lot of the base coat, so I'm like dipping it multiple times in here. Here we go. Oh my gosh, ignore my thumb. By the way, my nail looks disgusting. I'm an art teacher and stuff gets underneath my nails all the time. Here we go. Tilting it, and you kind of, it's one of those things you kind of got to do without thinking about it too much. You just got to do it. So that turned out good. So now we wait. It says to wait 30 seconds. I will come back whenever we're done waiting. Now, the next step, after you've done your first coat, you're waiting for the stuff to like dry. Very important step. Do not skip this step, because that is how my middle finger in this picture ended up looking that wonky. I think I forgot that step. All right. So now you're going to take this little brush and make sure that they're dry first. I'm like really paranoid that they're not going to be dry for this. Make sure they're dry, and then you brush off excess powder, because if you still have a lot of powder on and then you go back and do your base coat again for the second dip or the second coat, it's going to be so cakey and so opaque, and the rest of the coats will not go on right. It just won't work right. It'll look like that. It'll look like that right there. It does not look good. Now you do it again for the second time. So same thing, you go back with dip powder base and then the same exact thing. Again, brush off that excess powder. Here we go. And even your fingertips. So whenever you go to like play on your phone, you don't get a bunch of powder all over it. I don't know, I'm just like a clean, I don't like stuff on my fingers. And then we, like sometimes the coats get a little bit too thick and maybe misshapen around the tips. So we just go through and find any more of those little tips that you might want to straighten out after the final coat is on there. Now, you will grab your dip powder activator, the number 2 bottle. Then you put that right on that powder. Throw all that on there. Get a good layer on that thumb. So I feel like this is kind of a dry, I feel like the activator is sort of like a more dry kind of thing. It smells very alcohol-y. And again, we just wait for 60 seconds before we apply the last coat. Now time to apply 2 coats of this dip powder gel top. This is step 3. And just like the other steps, just like the base coat, or actually just like the activator, you just put it on your nail. Just like a regular old nail polish. This is the top coat. This is the thing that kind of makes it shiny and pretty. Okay, after just 1 coat, wait 60 seconds and apply the second coat. And to make your polish last even longer, you can see that I am like feathering over the edge of the tip of the nail, and that will make a layer of nail polish on the very tip just so it doesn't crack like right there. It's also a weak spot, so that's one way you can make your nails last a little bit longer too. We are done with this at-home nail dip kit. The glittery nails might look a little bit more translucent. I think that might be kind of fun if you're like holding a glass of champagne at Christmas, kind of just like, ooh, translucent. Isn't that sort of the style right now? I don't know. So thank you so much for watching this little at-home nail dip kit tutorial. I will link this kit in the box below. There are a whole bunch of other kits on there too on Amazon with a whole bunch of other colors. I think that this like might work with any other colors. So if you order just like more of the colors, it should probably work with this stuff. I don't know, I haven't tested it. Let me know if you want to have a tutorial with like a solid base color. I was just going for this because I wanted to film this video and I have a holiday party coming tomorrow. Subscribe for more Thursday videos like this, and I do vlogs on Saturdays. A lot of the times my cat appears in the vlogs as well. Where are you, my sweet abalone? Pepperoni. I think I just heard her over here. Yes, ignore the state of my apartment because we are cleaning right now. We are in cleaning mode tonight on this rainy evening. Oh, did I just mess up my nail? Oh Lord, have mess. You see, I'm messing up my nails doing this. Rachel, why do you do this to yourself? All right.